My name is Charmin. I'm a person in long-term recovery from a substance use disorder.
My name is Lauren, and I'm in medication-assisted therapy.
Hi, I'm Jamie Naylor.
And I'm Gary, Jamie's husband, and Justin's father.
October 5th, 2016 will forever be ingrained in our minds. That day we lost our son, Justin, to a drug overdose.
My mom had gotten cancer, and during that year in junior high when she was being treated for breast cancer, I remember my mom had all of these medications that she didn't take. And I started experimenting with drugs, and I had already been drinking. By the time I entered high school, I was a full-blown substance user.
I started dating a guy, and he thought it would be a great idea to try pain pills, so that's what I did. And I feel like I mean, we had DARE and all those things in school, but I was not as educated about it as I should have been.
They can stop anytime they want. It's their decision to go out and get another fix or get another high. And you know what? I believe the same thing. But I have learned the difference. And today I do know that it's not just that simple.
At 36 years old, I ended up on heroin. And this took me down a path that I never imagined. I didn't want to be a parent anymore. I didn't want to live. The journey took me to some places that are unimaginable.
I had a miscarriage too, and I feel like that kind of took me down a whole nother spiral. When I had that miscarriage, I was clean for, it was like over a year. And it was like instant that I used. And that's actually like when I started Suboxone. My dad kind of like suggested it because I had tried to get clean. Like I lost count of how many times that I tried to get clean. And I was getting desperate that I just kind of was resigned to that I was just gonna do drugs and die.
When we had that problem with Justin, I thought the same thing. I couldn't understand why he just couldn't put it off and put it on.
We wanted to push it under the rug. We didn't want anybody to know. And so, you know, just our close friends and family knew. And I think sometimes we do that to ourselves. It doesn't matter. It hits all walks of life.
When I was shooting heroin with my 19-year-old son, I had no desire to live anymore. I finally went back to jail within 6 months of using with him, and I had a plan to commit suicide that night.
I definitely faced stigma. I mean, just even like the simple Facebook post, it's hurtful, you know, because it's about me, and to read things that people think those things about me because I'm on Suboxone is hurtful. But yeah, I would like people to understand a little more that it was to the point that I was going to die. I really was going to die if I didn't find that.
He gave me the opportunity to see the difference and the truth of this epidemic, that it truly is a disease.
Talk about it. If we don't talk about it and you hold it in, it just is, you can make yourself a mess. And sometimes it's a mess you can't get out of without friends and without the Lord.
A woman came to that jail, and I call her my angel here on earth. She was a Christian. She didn't judge me. She said to me that God wanted her to tell me that He loved me.
A relapse doesn't have to be necessary for everyone, of course not, but for me it was, truly it was. I needed to remember that I don't want to live like that. Well, my successes since I've been going to medication-assisted therapy are numerous. I have a college degree now. I work. I own my own home, my own car. I know, and it sounds silly that saying something as simple as having a bank account would be a big deal, but when you're living like that, that's just not ever even something you think about. Now I like to think about my credit and stuff, you know?
I just hope and I pray that through this campaign that we can help educate our community to better respond to the needs of our crisis that's going on.
Thankfully, because of that woman coming to that jail cell that night, that gave me a little glimmer of hope. And what I know is so often that we like to think of people with substance use disorders as those people. Those are all God's people, and we're all the same. And we as the church, that is our job, is to love those people. We need to break the stigma. Our words matter. We are to speak life into people and stop judging.